Welcome to the Do You Speak English series on Whispered Hub. In this series, we'll explore practical tips and engaging lessons to help you improve your English speaking skills. Join us to boost your confidence and fluency in everyday conversations. Hi, this is Rena, your English teacher from Whispered Hub. Before we start the video, I want to know why you are learning English so that we can make a strong community. Here are some options. A, to travel. B, to have better job opportunities. C, to communicate with the world. D, to access information. E, any other reason. Please write your reason in the comments below. Let's begin the story.
Chapter 1, Introduction. Hello, my name is Mark. I am from a small town in Canada. I live with my parents and my younger brother. My town is surrounded by beautiful mountains and forests. The air here is fresh and clean. Life in my town is simple and peaceful. Since I was a child, I have always been curious about the world beyond my town. I loved watching documentaries about different countries and cultures. I imagined myself traveling to faraway places and experiencing new things. However, I knew that to achieve this dream, I needed to learn English. English is a global language, and it is spoken in many countries around the world. Knowing English would help me communicate with people from different parts of the world. In my town, we mostly speak French. English is taught in schools, but not many people speak it fluently. My parents always encouraged me to learn new things, and they knew that learning English would open many doors for me in the future. They told me that English is the key to many opportunities, including good jobs and travel. When I was in elementary school, we had basic English classes. We learned simple words and phrases. I remember the first time I heard English, it sounded so different from French. The words were new, and the pronunciation was unfamiliar. I found it fascinating but also challenging. Our teacher, Mrs. Brown, was very kind and patient. She made learning fun by using songs and games. At first, I found English difficult. The pronunciation was tricky, and I often made mistakes. But I did not give up. I practiced every day. I repeated words and phrases until I got them right. I watched English cartoons with subtitles and tried to understand what the characters were saying. My brother joined me, and we had fun learning together. My parents were very supportive. They knew that learning a new language takes time and effort. They always praised my efforts and encouraged me to keep going. My mom found some English books for beginners, and my dad bought me a dictionary. I started reading simple stories and trying to understand the meaning of new words. It was challenging, but also exciting. In middle school, I continued to learn English. We had more advanced classes, and we learned about grammar and sentence structure. Our teacher, Mr. Johnson, was very knowledgeable. He explained things clearly and always answered our questions. He told us that making mistakes is part of learning, and it is important to keep practicing. During this time, I realized that learning English was not just about memorizing words and grammar rules. It was about understanding the language and using it to communicate. I started to write short essays and stories in English. I also practiced speaking with my classmates. It was difficult at first, but I slowly became more confident. One summer, my family decided to take a trip to the United States. It was my first time traveling to an English-speaking country. I was excited but also nervous. I wondered if I would be able to communicate effectively. When we arrived, I tried my best to speak in English. I asked for directions, ordered food, and talked to people. I made some mistakes, but most people were patient and understanding. This experience boosted my confidence and motivated me to keep learning. As I entered high school, I became more serious about learning English. I knew that it was important for my future. I started to read more books, watch English movies, and listen to English music. I also took extra classes to improve my skills. My parents supported me by finding a tutor who helped me with pronunciation and grammar. I practiced speaking every day, even if it was just talking to myself. In high school, we had more opportunities to practice English. We had debates, presentations, and group discussions. I enjoyed these activities because they allowed me to use English in real-life situations. I also made friends with exchange students who spoke English. We helped each other learn and improve. By the time I graduated from high school, I had made significant progress. I could speak, read, and write in English with more confidence. My teachers and parents were proud of me. I felt a sense of accomplishment, but I knew that my journey was not over. Learning a language is a continuous process, and there is always room for improvement. Chapter 2: College and New Beginnings. After graduating from high school, I was thrilled to start a new chapter in my life. I decided to attend a university in a nearby city. This was a big change for me, as I had spent my entire life in a small town. Moving to a city meant more opportunities, but it also meant stepping out of my comfort zone. I was excited and nervous at the same time. The university I chose had a great reputation and offered a variety of programs. I decided to major in international business because it aligned with my dream of traveling and working in different countries. I knew that my English skills would be crucial for this field, so I was determined to improve even further. When I arrived at the university, I was amazed by the size of the campus and the number of students. It was a diverse place, with people from all over the world. This was a great opportunity for me to practice English and learn about different cultures. I made friends with students from various countries, and we often communicated in English. This helped me improve my speaking and listening skills. My first semester was challenging. The courses were more advanced, and the workload was heavier than in high school. I had to read a lot of textbooks, write essays, and give presentations. All of this required a good command of English. At times, I felt overwhelmed, but I reminded myself of my goals and kept pushing forward. One of the most helpful resources at the university was the Language Center. It offered various programs and workshops to help students improve their language skills. I attended many of these sessions, which covered topics like academic writing, presentation skills, and pronunciation. The tutors were very supportive and provided valuable feedback. In one of my classes, I met a student named Emily. She was from the United States and was studying abroad in Canada. Emily and I quickly became friends. She was very kind and patient, and she helped me with my English. We often studied together and discussed our assignments. Emily introduced me to some of her favorite books and movies, which were all in English. This was a fun way to learn, and it also gave me insights into American culture. Emily also encouraged me to join the university's English club. The club organized various activities, such as conversation circles, movie nights, and cultural exchange events. Joining the club was one of the best decisions I made. It provided a supportive environment where I could practice English and make new friends. I enjoyed the conversation circles the most. We would discuss different topics each week, and it was a great way to improve my speaking and listening skills. During my second semester, I had to give a presentation on international trade. This was a daunting task, as I had to speak in front of the entire class in English. I spent weeks preparing for it. I practiced my speech multiple times, making sure I pronounced the words correctly and used the right intonation. I also asked Emily and some of my other friends to listen to my practice runs and give me feedback. On the day of the presentation, I was nervous but also excited. I walked to the front of the class, took a deep breath, and began speaking. As I went through my slides, I felt more confident. I made sure to maintain eye contact with the audience and speak clearly. When I finished, my classmates applauded, and my professor praised my effort. This experience boosted my confidence and showed me that my hard work was paying off. In addition to my classes and extracurricular activities, I also found a part-time job at a local cafe. Working at the cafe was a great way to practice English in a real-life setting. I interacted with customers daily, took orders, and answered questions. My colleagues were friendly and supportive, and they helped me improve my conversational skills. This job also taught me valuable lessons about customer service and teamwork. As I continued my studies, I started to think about my future career. I knew that to work in international business, I needed to gain experience and build my resume. I decided to apply for internships during the summer break. I sent out several applications and attended interviews. This was a challenging process, but it also helped me improve my professional English skills. I was thrilled when I received an offer for an internship at a multinational company. The company had offices in several countries, and English was the primary language of communication. During the internship, I worked on various projects, attended meetings, and interacted with colleagues from different parts of the world. This experience was invaluable. It not only improved my English skills but also gave me insights into the business world. Throughout my college years, I continued to work hard on my English. I read books, watched movies, and practiced speaking every day. I also took advanced English courses to further improve my skills. My professors and friends were always supportive, and their encouragement kept me motivated. By the time I graduated, I felt much more confident in my English abilities. I had made great progress since my elementary school days, and I was proud of what I had achieved. My parents were also very proud of me. They knew how much effort I had put into learning English, and they were happy to see me succeed. Chapter 3: Entering the Professional World. Graduating from college was a significant milestone, but it was only the beginning of my journey. Armed with my degree in international business and improved English skills, I was ready to step into the professional world. My first job out of college was with the same multinational company where I had interned. They offered me a full-time position as a junior analyst, and I was thrilled to accept. Starting my career in a multinational environment was both exciting and challenging. My role required me to analyze market trends, prepare reports, and communicate with clients and colleagues from different countries. English was the primary language of communication, so my proficiency was crucial. On my first day, I was introduced to my team. They were a diverse group, with members from various parts of the world. My manager, Mr. Thompson, was from the UK, and my immediate supervisor, Maria, was from Spain. Everyone was very welcoming, and I felt at ease despite the initial nerves. The company had a comprehensive onboarding program that helped new employees get up to speed with the systems and processes. One of my first tasks was to prepare a market analysis report on emerging trends in Southeast Asia. I had to gather data from various sources, analyze it, and present my findings. This task required a lot of reading and writing in English. I spent several days working on the report, ensuring that I used the correct terminology and presented the information clearly. When I submitted the report, Mr. Thompson complimented me on the thorough analysis and clear presentation. This feedback boosted my confidence. In addition to my analytical work, I also participated in meetings and conference calls with clients. This was a great opportunity to practice my English in a professional setting. Initially, I was nervous about speaking up, but with time, I became more comfortable. I made sure to prepare for each meeting by reviewing the agenda and relevant documents. This preparation helped me contribute effectively to the discussions. One of the most memorable experiences during my early career was a business trip to Singapore. Our company was looking to expand its operations in Southeast Asia, and I was chosen to be part of the team that would conduct market research and meet with potential partners. This was my first time traveling for work, and I was excited about the opportunity. Before the trip, I spent a lot of time preparing. I researched the local market, practiced my presentation, and brushed up on my business English. When we arrived in Singapore, we had a packed schedule. We visited various companies, attended meetings, and gave presentations. My English skills were put to the test as I communicated with business professionals from different backgrounds. The trip was a success, and we were able to gather valuable insights that helped our company make informed decisions about the expansion. Back at the office, my performance on the Singapore trip was recognized by my manager. Mr. Thompson praised my professionalism and effective communication skills. This recognition was a great motivator, and it encouraged me to continue improving my English and professional skills. As I settled into my role, I also focused on building relationships with my colleagues. We often had team lunches and social events where we could relax and get to know each other better. These informal interactions were a great way to practice conversational English and learn about different cultures. I made friends with colleagues from various departments, and we often shared stories about our experiences and backgrounds. In addition to my work, I also took advantage of the company's professional development programs. There were workshops and training sessions on various topics, including leadership, project management, and advanced communication skills. I attended several of these sessions, which helped me develop new skills and improve my English further. One of the most valuable workshops I attended was on effective business communication. The trainer emphasized the importance of clear and concise communication in a professional setting. We practiced writing emails, creating presentations, and conducting meetings. The workshop provided practical tips on how to articulate ideas clearly and confidently. I applied these techniques in my daily work, and I noticed a significant improvement in my communication skills. As I gained more experience, I was given more responsibilities. I started leading small projects and mentoring new hires. This was a great opportunity to develop my leadership skills and share my knowledge with others. I made sure to support my team members and provide constructive feedback. Mentoring new hires also helped me reflect on my own learning journey and appreciate how far I had come. After a couple of years, I was promoted to a senior analyst position. This new role came with more complex projects and higher expectations. I was excited about the challenges and opportunities it presented. One of my major projects involved collaborating with teams from different countries to develop a new product line. This required effective coordination and communication across time zones and cultural differences. I organized regular conference calls and video meetings to ensure everyone was on the same page. I also traveled to our offices in Europe and Asia to meet with team members in person. These interactions helped build strong working relationships and fostered a sense of teamwork. My ability to communicate effectively in English was crucial in managing these international collaborations. Outside of work, I continued to immerse myself in English. I read business journals, listened to podcasts, and watched TED Talks. These activities helped me stay updated on industry trends and improve my vocabulary. I also joined a local book club where we discussed various books in English. This was a fun way to engage with literature and practice critical thinking and discussion skills. Reflecting on my journey, I realized that learning English had opened many doors for me. It had allowed me to pursue higher education, build a successful career, and connect with people from around the world. My experiences had taught me the importance of perseverance, hard work, and continuous learning. Chapter 4: Challenges. As I settled into my new role as a senior analyst, I encountered new challenges that tested my skills and resilience. The increased responsibilities required me to manage more complex projects, work with larger teams, and handle higher stakes. However, these challenges also provided opportunities for growth and learning. One of the first major projects I led in my new role was the launch of a new product line in the European market. This project was critical for the company's expansion strategy and had high visibility within the organization. I was responsible for coordinating efforts across various departments, including marketing, sales, and supply chain. The project also involved close collaboration with our European offices, so effective communication was crucial. The project kicked off with a series of planning meetings where we outlined our objectives, timelines, and key milestones. I organized and led these meetings, ensuring that everyone was aligned and clear on their roles. This required me to use my English skills extensively, as all the documentation and communication were in English. I prepared detailed project plans, wrote comprehensive reports, and delivered presentations to senior management. Despite the careful planning, we encountered several challenges along the way. One significant issue was a delay in the production of the new product due to a supply chain disruption. This delay threatened to derail the entire project timeline. I had to act quickly to address the problem. I organized emergency meetings with our suppliers and internal teams to identify the root cause and develop a contingency plan. This involved a lot of back-and-forth communication, negotiations, and problem-solving. Throughout this crisis, I maintained clear and constant communication with all stakeholders. I provided regular updates, outlined the steps we were taking to resolve the issue, and managed expectations. My ability to articulate the situation clearly and propose solutions helped reassure everyone involved and keep the project on track. Eventually, we resolved the supply chain issue and adjusted our timeline accordingly. Another challenge I faced was managing cultural differences within our international team. While English was the common language, there were still nuances and differences in communication styles that sometimes led to misunderstandings. For example, I noticed that some of my European colleagues preferred more direct and concise communication, while others from different regions valued a more collaborative and inclusive approach. To address this, I made an effort to understand and respect these cultural differences. I adapted my communication style depending on who I was interacting with and encouraged an open and inclusive environment where everyone felt comfortable sharing their views. I also organized team-building activities and cross-cultural training sessions to foster better understanding and collaboration among team members. One of the highlights of this project was a trip to Germany, where we had a major product launch event. This event was a culmination of months of hard work and planning. I was responsible for coordinating the event, including arranging logistics, preparing presentations, and ensuring everything ran smoothly. This was a high-pressure situation, as the success of the launch was crucial for our market entry. The event went off without a hitch. We had a great turnout, and the product received positive feedback from both customers and partners. I delivered a presentation on our market strategy and the unique features of our new product. Standing on that stage, speaking confidently in English to a diverse audience, I felt a deep sense of accomplishment. The success of the launch was a testament to the hard work and collaboration of our team. After the event, my manager, Mr. Thompson, praised my leadership and communication skills. He highlighted my ability to manage complex projects and navigate challenges effectively. This recognition was not only gratifying but also motivated me to continue striving for excellence in my work. As I advanced in my career, I also took on more mentoring and coaching responsibilities. I enjoyed helping new hires and junior team members develop their skills and navigate their own challenges. I shared my experiences and lessons learned, emphasizing the importance of clear communication, cultural awareness, and adaptability. Mentoring others also helped me reflect on my own journey and appreciate the growth I had achieved. In addition to my professional responsibilities, I continued to invest in my personal development. I took advanced courses in project management and leadership, both of which were conducted in English. These courses not only expanded my knowledge but also improved my professional English vocabulary. I also joined industry associations and attended conferences to stay updated on the latest trends and network with other professionals. One of the most rewarding aspects of my job was the opportunity to travel and experience different cultures. Each trip was a learning experience that broadened my perspective and deepened my understanding of the global business environment. I made it a point to learn a few basic phrases in the local languages wherever I went, which helped me connect with people and show respect for their cultures. Reflecting on my journey so far, I realized that my English skills had played a crucial role in my success. From my early days of learning the language to my current role in a multinational company, English had been a key enabler. It had allowed me to access education, communicate effectively, build relationships, and advance in my career. But more importantly, it had taught me the value of perseverance, continuous learning, and embracing new challenges. Looking ahead, I was excited about the future and the opportunities it held. I was determined to keep pushing my boundaries, taking on new challenges, and growing both personally and professionally.